Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki Sorella. Great to see you today, talk to you for a couple minutes. I know some people have discovered my YouTube channel and they've been watching, and so welcome. I'm gonna just chat for a brief minute about March. So we're all the way in March, and this is a nice long month, and hopefully spring is right around the corner, because I know that we're all wishing and dying for some spring, for some warmer weather, for let's just forget winter happened and move on. So a couple things that I want to make sure that I mention. As you know, I've sent out my newsletter. I did that yesterday, which would be Monday the 3rd. And hopefully you got that. You're able to browse through that a little bit, so you know how to get connected with me if you have questions. There's a few recipes in there, a little more information about the products of the month and what you can expect in the month of March. Just wanted to highlight a couple things for you. It's kind of exciting because doTERRA has been giving us little samples of unusual oils that they don't carry. So it's a happy, sad thing for me because I've done all of them so far. I've got the Hinoku in January, I got the Ravensara last month in February, and I just put my order in this morning, and I got 125 PV or more by the 15th, and so I'm gonna be getting this Palmarosa. So I love using, I'm already out of my Hinoku because I use that every night with my diffuser by my bedside, and I mix that with cedarwood, and that was just so relaxing. And those two smells together just, wow, I really liked that. So if they ever had that oil again, it's one that I would probably get again. And I've loved Ravensara. It's been great for breathing. I've used it in my kids' diffusers because we've had a lot of coughs and a few colds. So that's been really great too. That was one of the oils that's in the blend Breathe that's really popular. So this Ravensara was the actual plant itself. So that was kind of cool. So I'm excited to try Palmarosa. Hopefully you can afford to get that this month and try it out. The Palmarosa, they say it has a rose type smell, but it's more of like a geranium smell. It's native of Nepal and Southeast Asia. And it is a grass, actually. It's a grass, not a plant. And they call it Indian geranium. So of course, I've never smelled it because it's new and no one else has either. So we're all kind of, ooh, exciting. It's a flowery smell. And this particular flower is going to be great for your skin. Really high properties for youthful, young looking skin. So this is probably an oil that you'd want to put with maybe some of your unscented lotion or into your regimen that you use with your face cleansing. It's also great. It's a good mood uplifter. And so you could diffuse it as well because it's going to smell nice. So those are some of the things. It's also relaxing if you wanted to put it in your bath water, you know, roses and a nice geranium flowery smell in your bath. You could add it to a couple other oils that you love and enjoy a bath or a soothing massage. So that's our product of the month. The 15% off, I mentioned in the newsletter I was going to talk to you about the peppermint soft gels. So these are different than the beadlets, totally different packaging, totally different composition for these, for the peppermint. Peppermint is probably one of our most popular oils, and it's great for many things, but in this particular case, the peppermint is for digestive issues. So some of us suffer from like bloating or gas or IBS or just a upset tummy after we eat food or anything down there. Peppermint is going to be one of your go-tos. So what's unique about this bottle of peppermint is the fact it's the coating that they actually put on the gel itself. So instead of this dissolving halfway down your throat and you're spitting up or maybe tasting peppermint all day long, this one actually, they call it, I'm going to make sure I read it correctly, it's called an enteric coating that they've put on it so that this particular gel cap will actually go all the way through your stomach, all the acids that are in your stomach that break down food. It's able to pass through that, which is pretty amazing, and it's to go right to your intestines. So they've been doing a lot of clinical studies, and it's going to go right to your intestinal area, and that is where it's going to be dispersed, and that is where you're going to feel the effect. It's really where you need it. So it's not going to be, you know, the coating is not going to rip apart or fade before that time. So it's going to last longer. And it's $18 if you buy it just regularly, but it's 15% off this month. So that's a pretty good deal for a nice bottle to have, especially if you suffer from stomach issues. And why not try it? I mean, it's not really expensive. It's really great. It's going to go right to your area. And a lot of people have given testimonials that it's really successful and it's been helping them. So just take that into consideration as you're thinking about taking advantage of the 15% off. Another quick thing I wanted to mention to you is I sent an invitation to most of you, those that follow on Facebook, that this week is Mental Health Week, and I actually have my Facebook up here on my computer screen so I can take a look. A couple of you did take the invitation, so I'm so thankful that you did. I did too. So if not, I don't know if you can still accept. Probably you can, but I know they took it off public and made it more of a private group after you accepted it. So it's just going to talk about a lot of things that people deal with in life. I mean, whether you're dealing with something now or whether something futuristically might affect you, it's always great to get a different perspective on what's going on in our minds and our bodies and our souls. So there's several different top leaders who have gone through different things in their life, and they've tried different techniques. Some of these speakers that are going to be on Facebook this week, they're doctors. They also do doTERRA, but in their regular business, they're doctors, they're psychologists, they're social workers, they're any kind of person that deals with issues. And I was just looking here this morning to see what the topics are for today, and this is a little sample of what's today at different times. They're going to talk about how to have a happy ever after when mental illness enters your marriage. They're going to talk about lifelong vitality and how it affects your mood. Whole food nutrition, how to keep nutrition going in your life, how that affects your mindset and your mood. Body flowology, opening up your gifts. Don't know what that is. Healthy abundance for your mind, body, and spirit. Staying in your body, suicide prevention and suicide loss. So there's a lot of different topics every day, different speakers throughout the day. I went ahead and just set mine to receive every notification so that I can keep up with things. Sometimes I just plug it into the car and I'm listening. I don't have to watch a speaker to listen. So you can listen in the car while you're traveling or catch it at night. I stick my headphones at night, sometimes in bed with my phone, and I just zone out and I listen to like a podcast, but you're listening to Facebook. So you can plug into whatever topics are important to you and just check that out. I think a lot of great stuff there, a lot of wise minds and people who have experience in the field. And I know we all deal with things emotionally, especially as women. We deal with a lot, stress included. So hope you are taking advantage of that, and I hope it's a good one. So I'm going to start watching today. One final thought, I know I don't want to be too long, is all this talk going on about coronavirus and all that stuff is kind of got people freaking out a little bit. So we take everything in stride. Of course, things are going to be blown out of proportion. A lot of people suffer from just the regular flu as well. But there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent that in your own home and for yourself. And one of your oils, or your go-to oils, is going to be your On Guard. So last month you could have received the On Guard Touch Stick, and this is great. It's already with the fractionated coconut oil. It's safe for you. It's safe for your children. This is great to rub on your hands. And if you rub it on your hands, you can just, just breathe that in. The molecules from the On Guard are going to linger into your nostrils for quite some time. And it's going to be, because how do we spread germs and viruses? Through our nose, through our mouth, through touching, any kind of opening. So it's great to keep that, sterile, I guess, or keep it clean. I also like to use the beadlets. These are little tiny beads that are filled with the On Guard oil. I take a couple of those a day just to keep up your immune system. The most important thing to do is to keep your immune high, to keep yourself from being one of those that's maybe open to getting different viruses or sicknesses because you haven't been taking care of yourself or because your immune system's low for whatever reason. And one of my favorite things, of course, is the hand sanitizer. Max and I are heading to England next month, and I'm going to be hand sanitizing constantly. I'm going to hand sanitize the airplane. People are going to be like, what's wrong with that woman? But one of the ways that you keep off germs is by using the hand sanitizer. And there was a lady from the CDC that was talking today on one of the news stations that I was listening to, and she said, hand sanitizer is great if you use it properly. And I was listening because I was like, well, how do you use it properly? Well, you spray it on your hands to get the germs, and what you're doing is you are killing germs. However, you still need to wash them off. They're dead, but they're still on there. So what I tell my kids and what I'm going to be doing is after I hand sanitize and I've killed the virus, bacteria, whatever gook is on my hands, the next opportunity I have to go to the bathroom and wash with soap, I'm going to, because I don't want them staying on my hands. I want them off. So, but it's still 99.9%. It's going to be your best bet for just getting germs out of the way, pushing them aside. And I even go a step further at this time of year and I make my own roller ball. And this is, it used to be called Flume, but now the Melaleuca is no longer called Melaleuca. When you order it, it's called tea tree oil. I think because most people recognize that name better than Melaleuca. Not sure why they changed it, but they did. So now it's Flute. So it's basically a combination of frankincense, lemon, on guard, tea tree oil, and the oregano, and it spells flute. So I put 8 drops of each, and I use fractionated coconut oil, and I make my own roller, and this is your immunity roller ball. So this goes on the bottom of my feet at night, and when I wake up in the morning, it's gonna go down the back of your spine, base of your neck, and this is gonna get into your system and also help to fight immune. So stay healthy through the month of March. Keep your immune system up and boosted. Take care of your body. You're worth it. Your family needs you. You need you. So I hope that you'll reach out if you have any questions or just want to chat. There's a few of you I'm going to be asking in the next couple months to maybe host a class at your home, or you can host it and be the hostess at my house. I don't mind having people over. And also we can do a hosting thing through Facebook so that you can invite your friends and be the hostess, but yet it will be online. So we can try that as well. So anyway, have a great March, and hopefully I'll be seeing you sooner rather than later, whether it's on the Facebook page or I might send some special messages through YouTube again. So happy March. Bye.